Yes, guys. Welcome to another episode of Matt Zena Acting Tips. Today, I'm going to talk about the strange psychology behind headshots. Right, it's such a journey. It's unbelievable. But the problem is headshots are a business tool. They aren't for your ego. They aren't for you. They aren't for you to compare with your Instagram shots. They are a business marketing tool. Okay? Now, the problem is when you are on social media in general, or when you are selecting family photos and sending photos, that is very much different. Because really, you're using your ego to make decisions on how attractive you look, and you want to kind of send it so that you think that people will appreciate your attractiveness. But this goes into headshots, and that is a struggle, and I'm going to break it down and tell you exactly why. The problem is you're not really selling your attractiveness. It's only very, very few people that get to do that. If a casting director's buying purely a character based on attractiveness, they will just probably go and rinse a modeling agency and say, what models have you got? Okay? Basically, the majority of characters, we still kind of minded it. We're in the Hollywood mode where 40 years ago, it was just the most attractive people on your screen. But in 2023, it's not like that. It's very different. It's personality led. It's how do different personalities get in different circumstances. So when you think that you have to show your maximum attractiveness in order to get a role, you're kind of being misled. It's not. You've got to show your maximum personality. Now, the problem is with maximum personality, when they're looking through these headshots and they're firstly engaging with the eyes, but then they're looking to see if strikingly, in a striking way, you pop with some of these kind of personality features or features of the personality of the character that they've been told they need to cast. If you're not popping with that, you're not going to get seen. Now, the problem is to pop with personality, you have to go as an actor into areas that you're not particularly comfortable with. You have to do certain things with your face that kind of Instagram and Facebook and the type of photos that we usually do, you don't feel comfortable with because they're not your most attractive shots. Because let's face it, to have a personality, you need to have expression. To have expression, you need to have just a slightly contorted face. You have to do something with that shot. Whereas, let's face it, we only find attractive the shots of us where it's blank. And that's become quite uniform in kind of modern society. So there's a few other angles to this as well. In order for you to be putting yourself out there, you want to feel confident. I totally get that. And this is why I'm having this whole conversation about the psychology of headshots. So you want to feel confident. And you know, and I know that you're going to feel more confident if you're putting out and presenting a photo where you feel you're most attractive. You'll feel confident. You'll feel like you're really happy to let everybody see that shot. But the problem is that shot is not going to sell you. Not going to sell you at all. Because you are being sold on the uniqueness of your personality. And if that particular shot doesn't have it, it's not going to engage. It's not going to, effectively going to be the grey actor. Like the majority of actors that just put a very grey photo on because that's attractive. Really, what you want to do is put something with some personality. You've got to be smart. What is your personality? What is it that you sell? Speak to the photographer or use a photographer that's really good at getting to the truth of who you are. But really, you need to have a rethink about your headshots and not see it as a confidence boost for you, a kind of ego. By the way, when I say ego, That's not me being particularly rude. The egoic brain is just literally a part of your brain that concentrates on self. It's got nothing to do with the kind of derogatory term when people say, you know, you've got big ego and all of that stuff. It is literally just a part of your brain. Now, get smart. Say, right, this is a marketing tool and that is it. It's not anything else. I'm going to look at it objectively, without emotion, and I'm going to look at what's going to really, really, really enhance my career prospects. Another tip with regards to headshots and the psychology around headshots is review your headshot every month. So you'll have a range of headshots with maybe a range of personality traits showing. This is your main headshot we're talking about. And then, if for some reason, for a month, you don't feel like it's particularly doing anything for you, change that headshot. I call it trial and error. Well, everyone calls it trial and error. And I want you to trial and error your headshots. And say, for instance, in the second month, you change your headshot with a different personality trait and it seems to be getting a lot more traction, then keep that one for a while. And then trial that another one, and you will get to the bottom of which headshot showing which personality trait works best. But this is an absolute minefield, and it starts with your psychology, all right? You've got to literally view a headshot as something totally different from something that's going to make you feel good, make you, feel confident. You can feel good and feel confident, but in a different way, by knowing that it's a very, very smart marketing business move by using a certain photo that shows a unique personality and engages with the eyes. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope it really got you thinking, and make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you get every single episode. And I will see you next week for another episode of Matt Zina Acting Tips.